Please repeat. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I have broken out into different sections. In our last month program, I explained in verses 1 through 3 the essence of the most confidential knowledge. Then in the next section, we heard in verses 4 through 10 how everything in this universe is simultaneously one and different from Krishna. And this understanding is a very advanced understanding of transcendental knowledge, to see how things are one, but at the same time different. Krishna explained that in those verses. Now, in this next section, verses 11 through 15, I have entitled the Duratma, the Mahatma, and others. If you know the verse, please repeat. Avajananti mang mudha manushing tanum asritam parang bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. So we see Krishna has the form when he appears as himself once in a day of Brahma. Krishna appears like an ordinary human being. Previous to that, Krishna appeared as Lord Ramachandra, also in the human form. And we also have other incarnations of Krishna that have the human form, like Parashuram. So Krishna says, only the fools will deride him, will mock him, will criticize him when he takes this human form, because they think God must be something majestic, something very awesome and powerful. But they are unaware that the Almighty can appear disguised as an ordinary human being. Ravana was definitely envious of Lord Ramachandra, so much so that he wanted to possess his wife. He was very offensive to the personality of Godhead who appeared in a human form. And then in the narration of Krishna, the Krishna Leela, we see right from the beginning so many demons come to kill Krishna. Putana, Shakata, Trinavarta, and so many demons sent by Kamsa. And then after Kamsa was killed, Jarasandha and many other demons miscalculated, thinking that Krishna was an ordinary human being. In the case of Jarasandha, Krishna had defeated him 17 times, destroying his entire army and letting Jarasandha return home to gather another army. 17 times, and still Jarasandha could not understand who this Krishna was. So the Krishna says here, they do not know my transcendental nature. Yes. What is that transcendental nature of Krishna? Sat, Chit, Ananda. That is Krishna's nature. The nature of our bodies, these material bodies that we have, they're not Satchit Ananda, these bodies. They're not. They're just the opposite. They're asat, temporary. They're full of ignorance and nirananda. There's no bliss in these material bodies. Nobody is happy on the material platform. It's not possible. You can have some temporary, limited happiness. But if you want eternal, unlimited happiness, that has to be on the spiritual platform. You have to regain your original transcendental nature. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 14, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate, Krishna tells Arjuna, because Arjuna asked a very important question. My dear Lord, you have described in this chapter all about the three gunas, the modes of nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. And it is described in Bhagavad Gita that regardless of the mode, even the mode of goodness is binding. You cannot achieve liberation remaining in the material mode of goodness. What to speak of passion and ignorance? It's not possible. So Arjuna asks a very intelligent question. My dear Lord, how does one transcend these modes of nature? And Krishna replied, Mang cheo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. My dear Arjuna, if you want to transcend these three modes of nature, if you want to become Brahma Bhuyaya, regain your original, true spiritual nature, then there's only one way. Bhakti Yogena. You have to link up with me through the scientific process of bhakti. And the bhakti process has 9 different items. Hearing about God, chanting about God, remembering God, praying to God, serving God, surrendering, becoming the servant of God, becoming the friend like Arjuna. Arjuna's the friend of Krishna. So much so that Krishna agreed to drive Arjuna's chariot on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Because Arjuna and Krishna have a very special relationship. So there are 9, and then there's full surrender, complete Atma Nivedanam, complete full surrender. And the Bhagavatam and Puranas are full of descriptions of how so many people historically have completely surrendered to Krishna. So Krishna says, if you want to regain your transcendental nature like me, then this is the way. You have to link up with me. You have to render this devotional service. And then another thing, the devotional service has to be unbroken. It has to be continuous, moment after moment. It cannot be any check or any break. It has to be continuous service. So Krishna says, they do not know my transcendental nature. Yes, Krishna demonstrated when he appeared 5,000 years ago that no matter what Krishna was doing, he was enjoying. Krishna was always blissful. He's blissful when he's playing with his cowherd boyfriends. He's blissful when he's killing the demons. Not that Krishna is struggling and is worried. No, he's killing the demons nonchalantly, even in the form of a 1-month-old baby. He easily killed the witch Putana, even as a small 1-month-old baby. And Krishna killed many demons as a young boy, as a child. And of course, when he grew up, he killed so many demons while he was Dwarakadish, Vasudeva. But in all these instances, Krishna is enjoying. He's dancing with the gopis, he's enjoying. He leaves the gopis, he's still enjoying. So Krishna's nature, eternal, he doesn't die. That was also described in chapter 4, when Krishna said to Arjuna, many, many births you and I have had in the past. I remember all of them, but you do not. And Prabhupada explains why that is. Because regardless of the form Krishna takes, he's not changing his body. He's not changing. He's always in his spiritual existence. People saw Krishna 5,000 years ago. But the form of Krishna, the form of Ram, all the different avatars, it's the one same Krishna appearing in different forms. So he doesn't, like you and I, we have to go through this experience of death. Krishna does not. He's like the sun. He's ever present. The sun may be out of sight now in India, right? No, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun is just rising in India. So perhaps in London, it's nighttime, right? So they are not seeing the sun. But that does not mean the sun has died. The sun is always there. So in the same way, Krishna, regardless of the form, is ever there. He doesn't change bodies like you and me. Just like you change cars every so often. After so many years, the car is no longer workable. You have to get a new car. So in the same way, the body becomes old and useless. This is all explained in Bhagavad Gita. The body becomes old and useless like a old dhoti or kurta. You throw that away and you get new clothes. Special days come in the Hindu calendar. You get new clothes. Am I right? Certain days. So in the same way, we change bodies. That's why we don't remember our previous lives, because we change bodies. But Krishna, no. He's fully conscious, ever conscious. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. Here Krishna is saying, I am God. I am the Supreme. And previously in chapter 7, Krishna said to Arjuna, not only am I God, but no other God is equal to me or superior to me. I am the Supreme. This is what this Krishna says. And those who are devotees of Krishna, they like it when Krishna says, I am the Supreme. They applaud Krishna. They love Krishna in all his different activities. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, To be continued.